så er jeg taget et smut til London, som vi annoncerede på Pixel.tv, så er jeg taget over for at kigge lidt nærmere på Mac. Der er en PlayStation 3 eksklusiv titel. Det er et førstepersons skydespil, hvor at man kan spille op til 256 personer samtidig online. Jeg skal have en snak med en af udviklerne bag spillet, for at høre lidt mere om, hvad Mac egentlig er for en størrelse. Okay, Ben Jones, what is Mac?
Mag is really the biggest Battlefield experience that you'll get to have on a console right now. It's up to 256 players in a single environment, scaled command all the way through, tons of persistent elements. It really makes for a completely unique experience.
You're handling up to 256 players. I think about connecting and lag and such.
So it's a huge networking achievement. Obviously, we've got some proprietary technology behind that. But I think the biggest thing about Mag is that we're focused on dedicated servers. So you don't have to worry about things like server disconnects or your buddy dropping out and you lose the game. It's all hosted on the server. So not only is your connection really fluid, we make sure that everything is stabilized and you have the best experience possible.
How many maps is available in Mac from the beginning?
So we'll have 15 at launch, including the 3 training maps, 1 for each faction. So that breaks out into the 4 game types that we described earlier: suppression, sabotage, acquisition, and domination. But within those, we have a lot of variety, right? These are massive battlefields up to 1 square kilometer, the biggest that you'll see in a console right now. And what that does is basically provides you a lot of replayability, an opportunity for things to change. There's so many different variables within the environment, not just the players, but the dynamic objects, the fact that each platoon is really unique in look and feel and flow. So each time you play, you're getting a really different experience.
Being 256 players is something new, definitely. But what else does Mac do to stand out from the rest of the first-person shooter games?
I think the 2 other areas where we really stand out is command, right? Each squad that you form into has a squad leader, and every 4 squads has a platoon leader, and every 4 platoons has an OIC, or an officer in charge of 128 players. So there's a lot of structure behind it, but each of those leaders has their own unique abilities that can affect the flow of battle. They have the ability to change their objectives on the fly, and they give off leadership auras that really incentivize you to stick with your leaders and protect them as you move throughout the battlefield.
In the beta, there was a lot of trouble because people didn't understand it. They just ran out and shot at some enemies. And we just tried it a little bit today, and actually quite a lot of the same things happened. People just ran out, and you don't have the feeling of being in a squad.
Well, 2 things. I think one of the reasons you got that sensation today is because we've got a lot of new players here, right? A lot of players that are new and going through the same experience that we had players go through in the beta, which isn't the actual experience that we'll have at launch. We don't hold your hand, but we gently guide you through the experience and train you on things like leadership to ensure that you know what you're doing. But other than that, I think we've got so many players in here that are willing to teach other players, and the formation of squads is automatic, so you'll fill into those. And even if you don't have a good leader guiding you through, we have a standard set of objectives that progress you through the battle and make sure that you're constantly, in the fight at all times.
Are you going to support the games by downloadable content?
So I think we built a really solid platform with Mag as a base, and our goal is to continue, to support that down the road. We'll probably talk a little bit about DLC after launch, but it's a title that we think is really deserving of that. So we'll see what happens in the coming months.
Okay, thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you.
You want to see the future?